Today's lesson is Los Angeles, the city that has it all. Hi, everybody. My name's Roger.
And my name is Helen.
And today we're going to continue talking about Los Angeles, or sometimes just referred to as L.A., the city of angels. That's kind of its nickname, but it's also the city that has it all. There are lots of things to see and do if you go to L.A.
Yes, LA is famous for its entertainment industry, famous for Hollywood, which produces a lot of films, and people often go there to see things that they have come across in films. For instance, they might go to Universal Studios to look at the sets of their favorite films. They might go to the Dolby Theater to see the actual place where the Academy Awards take place every year, or they might go to the Hollywood Walk of Fame to look for the star of their favorite actor.
Indeed, and you could also go to Disneyland. It's not technically in L.A., but it's in that same area, and it's all part of a trip that you might take to L.A. if you ever have the time and the money. And as we said, L.A. is the city that has it all, so there are more things we'd like to discuss in today's program. Let's go to Santa Monica Pier right now.
Nothing beats a day at the beach, so check out the bustling Santa Monica Pier, which boasts beautiful ocean views and tons of family fun. Built in 1909, the pier was originally known as a fishing spot. Since then, it has expanded to include a Ferris wheel, aquarium, and amusement park.
大家好，第一部分我们可以看到单字 boast， 它是动词，指的是拥有值得自豪的事物或是吹嘘。例如 This museum boasts some of the world's most celebrated artworks. 这个博物馆拥有一些世界上最著名的艺术品。或者 Mike boasted that he was the best basketball player in the school. Mike 吹嘘说他是全校最好的篮球员。
Nothing beats a day at the beach, so check out the bustling Santa Monica Pier, which boasts beautiful ocean views and tons of family fun. So California, of course, is located on the west coast, and one side of it is completely bordered by the ocean. And if you go to Santa Monica Pier, you will be near the beach at a beautiful beach, which boasts beautiful ocean views. So to boast means to have something that's really good, or to have an attractive feature that other people might admire. If Santa Monica Pier boasts beautiful ocean views, it means that it has those beautiful ocean views.
And, of course, there's lots of family fun there as well, things to do with the kids. Built in 1909, the pier was originally known as a fishing spot. Okay, so this pier was built a long time ago. It's kind of like a big dock. A pier, of course, is quite large. It's usually for large ships. And in this particular case, though, it was built a long time ago, way back in 1909, so it's over 100 years old. And it was originally a place for fishing. People went down to the Santa Monica Pier and cast their lines into the ocean to try and catch a hammerhead shark or a sailfish or something like that. It was known as a fishing spot, but since then, it has expanded to include a Ferris wheel, aquarium, and amusement park. So, of course, an amusement park is similar to a theme park. It's just a place with lots of rides and games and snacks and various attractions. And, of course, one attraction you'll always see at an amusement park is a Ferris wheel. It's not a particularly exciting ride, but it is kind of fun to ride on a Ferris wheel and be lifted up high into the air to have a view of your surroundings.
Yes, and there's also an aquarium. An aquarium is a building where people can go to look at fish and other water animals. And there's also an amusement park. An amusement park is another way to say theme park. So it's a place that has a lot of rides and games that people can play and have fun with.
Indeed, you can enjoy all these things at Santa Monica Pier. I suppose you could also bring along your skateboard and do some skating there while you're at it because I've seen movies or TV shows about Santa Monica Pier, and it seems that people do those things if they go there. Okay, that brings us to the end of the first part of our lesson for today. Let's move on now and talk about the mountains. Let's listen.
While LA is better known for its beaches, its mountains provide stunning views over the city. Located in the Santa Monica Mountains is Griffith Park, the largest park in the city and home to the Griffith Observatory. A famous Hollywood filming location, the three-domed observatory offers science exhibits, a planetarium, and multiple telescopes. The most famous is the Zeiss telescope, which over 7 million people have looked through since its installation in 1935.
第二部分我们看到单字 exhibit， 它是名词，意思是展览或是展览品、展出物。举例来说 The school is having an art exhibit that will feature artwork by students. 学校正在举办一个艺术展览，以展出学生的作品为主打。又或者说 We went to the museum yesterday to see the Monet exhibit. 我们昨天去博物馆看了莫内的展览。另外，这个字也可以当作动词，它指的是展示或是陈列。我们可以说 All of the art exhibited at the museum was made by children. 博物馆展出的所有艺术品都是儿童制作的。也可以说 This painting exhibits the sadness the artist felt at the time. 这幅画表现了画家当时的悲痛。另外，补充这个字的同义字 exhibition。exhibition, exhibition. 像是 Thousands of people came to see the exhibition about the latest computer technology. 成千上万的人前来观看有关最新电脑技术的展览。又或者说 An art exhibition is taking place at the university for the next 2 months. 在接下来的2个月，该大学将举办一场艺术展。再来，我们看到名词 installation， 指的是安装、设施或是装置艺术。例如 The installation of your dishwasher should take about an hour. 安装你的洗碗机大约需要1个小时。或是 Many installations are placed all around the park for people to take shelter from the sun. 公园周围放置了许多设施，以供人们遮阳。另外，补充这个字的动词 install, I-N-S-T-A-L-L, install， 它的意思是安装或是设置。像是 After someone broke into his house, Michael installed new locks on his door. 在有人闯入他的房子后 ，Michael 在他的门上安装了新锁。再举个例子 ，Peter installed a new video game on his computer. Peter 在他的电脑上安装了一个新的电玩游戏。
So before we were talking about Santa Monica Pier, but besides beaches and the seaside or oceanside, there are many other things in LA. While LA is better known for its beaches, its mountains provide stunning views over the city. So something that's stunning is very beautiful or very impressive. And Los Angeles has mountains that provide very beautiful views over the entire city. Located in the Santa Monica Mountains is Griffith Park, the largest park in the city and home to the Griffith Observatory. So Griffith Park is this park that's located on the hills, and you can go there and take a hike. It's a pretty easy hike. However, it can get hot in Los Angeles, and there isn't a lot of coverage. So you would be hiking pretty much in the sun the whole time. But once you're there, you can see Griffith Observatory, which is a very interesting building.
Right. California, of course, is quite dry, so you don't really have forests like you do here in Taiwan. So as Helen said, there isn't a lot of coverage there, not a lot of cover, so you might get hot there. So make sure you bring plenty of sunscreen and protect yourself there. But still, you can get some nice nature hikes there, and it's a big park there. And it's also home to the Griffith Observatory. If something's home to something, that means it has this thing It boasts this thing. Griffith Park has the Griffith Observatory, and the word observatory means it's going to have something to do with astronomy. It's going to have telescopes there, which you can look through at night to see the stars and to see globular clusters and Jupiter's rings if you go to the Griffith Observatory.
And this place is also a famous Hollywood filming location. So a lot of films have been made there. And the Griffith Observatory is a 3-domed observatory, which means it has 3 domes. Now, a dome is a ceiling that is rounded like the top part of a ball. So it's a rounded ceiling as opposed to being a flat ceiling. And there are 3 of them above the structure of the observatory. And Griffith Observatory also offers science exhibits, a planetarium, and multiple telescopes. So it offers 3 things at least. First, science exhibits. Now, the word exhibit is another way to say exhibition or a public show where other interesting things are put so that people can go and take a look at them. So that's an exhibit. You can talk about science exhibits, art exhibits, and also food exhibits if you're going to a trade show, for instance.
But these will be science exhibits, exhibits that have to do with science, maybe about black holes or comets or whatever. And that's one thing you can check out. It's also got a planetarium, which is usually part of an astronomy museum, which tells you all about the planets. Oftentimes it has a special room that simulates the stars. You can go in there and see the constellations and stuff like that. Or if you want to see stars yourself with the naked eye or with your very own eyes, then you can look through these telescopes, which are available there. Of course, it's best to look through those telescopes at night on a clear night. The most famous is the Zeiss telescope, which over 7 million people have looked through since its installation in 1935. So that's a big telescope there. It's a big famous telescope. It's called the Zeiss telescope. And lots of people have gone there to peer through the telescope to see the rings of Saturn or whatever, to see the Orion Nebula or whatever. And lots of people have looked through that telescope since it was installed in 1935. So here we've got the noun installation. The verb is to install. Like if you want to have an air conditioner set up in your house, you will have it installed. But installation, of course, is the process of installing something, of putting it in a certain place. They set it up, they placed it there way back in 1935 between the world wars.
That's right. So you can go to Griffith Observatory to do many things. You can look at science exhibits. You can visit the planetarium and there see perhaps a light show, because usually planetariums show the constellation. They project light or lights over the domed ceiling. And you can also go look through the multiple telescopes that have been installed at the observatory.
Okay, that brings us to the end of the second part of our lesson. Let's read the third and final part right now.
Another worthwhile destination is the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. Located downtown, this museum has become known as one of LA's most Instagrammable spots thanks to its outdoor art installation featuring 202 white street lamps. Inside the museum, you can also find a great collection of modern art pieces and special exhibitions. Whether you're looking for beautiful beaches or world-class theme parks, LA is the ultimate summer getaway. In the city that has it all, you're sure to have a blast.
最后第3部分我们看到单字 ultimate， 它是形容词，意思是绝好的、最好的或是终极的、最重要的。举例来说， The ultimate ride at this amusement park has to be the roller coaster。 游乐园内最棒的游乐设施无疑是云霄飞车。又或者是 Carl's ultimate goal to compete in the Olympics is his motivation to train every day。Carl 的终极目标是参加奥运，而这也是让他每天训练的动力。
Now, there is one other thing that you should definitely do when you visit Los Angeles, and that is go see some art. Another worthwhile destination is the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. And this is a worthwhile destination, this museum. Something that is worthwhile is worth your time or your money or your effort that you spend on it. So a worthwhile destination is a destination that you should definitely go see because it will be worth your time and money to go there. And here we're talking about the Los Angeles County Museum of Art as being a worthwhile destination.
Yep, if you're into paintings and sculptures and things like that, this is the place for you. The Los Angeles County Museum of Art. It's worth checking out. You should go there if you're into art, if you like art. Located downtown, this museum has become known as one of LA's most Instagrammable spots thanks to its outdoor art installation featuring 202 white street lamps. Okay, so here, of course, we're saying that it is famous because it has lots of attractions there, especially an installation which features these white street lamps. And we're saying that that attraction is Instagrammable. Of course, as you know, IG or Instagram is a famous application that people use on their smartphones to post photographs. And of course, when you go places, you want to place your pictures on Instagram so all your friends and followers can see them. Instagrammable. In other words, it's worthy of taking pictures there and posting them on Instagram.
That's right. So this word, Instagrammable, would be the new generation word replacement for what used to be called a Kodak moment. If we wanted to say that something was worth photographing, we would say, this is a Kodak moment, because Kodak is the name of a company that produced film for cameras. And Kodak moment today has become an Instagrammable moment.
Exactly. So indeed, if you go there, you can take pictures of this outdoor art installation. Like the Big Bean in Chicago, of course, that's very popular. Lots of people like to take pictures of that and post it on Instagram. And these street lamps, of course, are very Instagrammable, and you can take pictures there and post them on your Instagram page. But we're talking about the actual museum here, so you will have taken your pictures of the white street lamps, and now you can actually go inside the museum. So inside the museum, you can also find a great collection of modern art pieces and special exhibitions. So, of course, Los Angeles is not only known for its film industry, there are lots of artists who live and work in LA. And, of course, you can go there and see some of their paintings. You know, Paris and London and New York aren't the only places that have art museums. LA has one, and you can check out some works of art there as well.
So whether you're looking for beautiful beaches or world-class theme parks, LA is the ultimate summer getaway. We're calling LA the ultimate summer getaway because it has so many things to offer. It has beaches, it has theme parks, and it also has culture by way of the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. So you describe something as ultimate if it's as good as possible or as bad as possible. If it's the ultimate summer getaway, it means that it is as good as possible as a summer getaway. You can also say that something is the ultimate disappointment if there is nothing else as disappointing as what you're talking about.
Exactly. So yes, indeed, you can have an ultimate summer getaway. It's the perfect getaway, the perfect vacation for you. And that is to go to LA. Be warned, though. Some people go to LA and they are underwhelmed by the place. So it kind of depends on the person. Some people love it. Some people hate it. But still, you might enjoy it. It's got lots of things to see and do there. And it can be described as the ultimate summer getaway, which is a place to get away to escape your life and go someplace new and have a new perspective on things. And in the city that has it all, You're sure to have a blast. And here, blast does not refer to a big explosion. Don't expect to be attacked by terrorists in LA if you go there. It could happen, you never know, but it's probably unlikely to happen. But in this particular case, it does not refer to an explosion. It just means a really, really good time. How was your day at the beach in Jiaoxi? Oh, we had a blast. The waves were wonderful. We did some really great surfing. It was the ultimate in surfing.
That's right. So depending on what your interests are when you go on holiday, you could have an amazing blast, a wonderful blast, going to Los Angeles and visiting all of its attractions.
Okay, that brings us to the end of our discussion for today. Here comes our Chinese teacher, Hanny.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文一开始写到 Nothing beats a day at the beach... 没有什么比在海边度过一整天更好的了。那么动词 beat 在这边表示优于、胜过。 Nothing beats 加上名词或动名词，字面意思是没有事物能胜过什么什么，强过什么什么，那就表示什么什么是最棒的，没有什么比这个东西更好更有趣了。好，那另外你也可以用 you can't beat 加上名词或动名词的句型来表达相同意思。举例来说 You can't beat a good cup of coffee. 没有什么比一杯好咖啡更棒的了。好，那么接着读到课文第3部分，有一句提到洛杉矶是极好的夏季旅游去处，文中是用名词 getaway 来表达短暂的假期啊、游玩的地方或是适合度假的地方。我们现在把getaway 把它拆开变成 get away， 这则是常见的片语动词。那我们来学这个片语的相关用法。好，第一个我们可以用 get away 来表达脱离、挣脱。如果是 get away from somebody 则表示逃离某人，离某人远一点。像是 The robber jumped over the wall and got away from the officer. 抢匪翻越那面墙，逃离了警员的追捕。或者是如果你身边同事啊或者朋友感冒的时候，你可能会用开玩笑的语气跟他说get away from me， 离我远一点哦。好，再看到第二个用法 get away 它可以表达离开，那么后面可以接 from 加名词，像 I may not be able to get away from the office until 7 p.m. 我可能要到晚上7点才有办法离开办公室。那么第3个用法呢，可以用 get away 去表达外出度假，像I've been stressed out lately. I really need to get away for a couple of days to recharge. 我最近压力很大，真的需要去度假放松个2-3天，好好充电一下了。好，那我们也顺便补充一个相关用语是 get away from it all。Get away from it all 表示放下工作与烦恼，远离尘嚣，好好放松来沉淀心灵，也就是说啊，抛开一切去度个假的意思咯。好，另外还有一个用法叫做get away with， 这是表达逃脱、逃避，用来表达侥幸逃过某事或是某个后果，可能是责任啊、制裁、惩罚等等。那么 with 后面接名词或动名词，像有一个用语叫做 get away with murder， 字面意思是犯了谋杀罪人逃过制裁，逍遥法外，那可以引申用来表达为所欲为、胡作非为的意思。例如 His parents let him get away with murder. 他的父母纵容他为所欲为，就是他做错事也都不会被挨骂、被惩罚那种感觉。好，那么以上今天重点整理，我们来回顾今天单字吧。
Boast. The university boasts a coin collection, including several coins from ancient Rome. Aquarium. The city's aquarium is home to penguins, seals, sea turtles, and more. Exhibit. The museum currently has an exhibit of a famous author's notebooks and other personal possessions. Telescope. Looking through the telescope, Sonia could see Mars clearly. Installation. The installation of the church's new pipe organ took 2 weeks to complete. Worthwhile. The team hadn't expected much from the meeting, but the new ideas Tom presented made it worthwhile. Ultimate. The man's rescue of the drowning child was the ultimate act of bravery.
Discussion starter starts now!
Here's our discussion starter for today. If you could only see 3 of the attractions in Los Angeles mentioned in the article, which would you visit and why?
If I could only see 3 of the attractions, I would visit the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, Griffith Park, and also Universal Studios because I went to those places the last time I was in Los Angeles and I found that they were very interesting. They're also located not too far from one another, and I would like to go back there again.
I would like to go to downtown LA and just walk around and hopefully stumble across some kind of nightclub where I could hear some West Coast jazz or West Coast hip-hop or something like that. And the Griffith Observatory sounds pretty cool too. I'm into astronomy. And Griffith Park would be cool because I also enjoy the great outdoors.
Well, everyone, today's article has come to an end, and I sure hope you enjoy reading along with us. I am Helen.
I am Roger.
See you next time.